What's up everyone, Anoop here, and today I'm really excited to be talking about some new updates we made for our contact instrument, the OneShot Loader. OneShot Loader is a contact instrument available for Contact 8, both the full version and player. It's an instrument that we released back in the fall of 2024, and the whole purpose of it was just to be a really simple utility to load individual audio files, one-shots, bass drops, whatever it is, really quickly trigger them with MIDI, and that's pretty much it. Again, just a really simple utility to kind of keep the workflow moving and to have a quick way to layer additional samples. So if you already have OneShot Loader, this is going to be a free update. Just head over to Native Access and make sure you're on the latest version of Native Access. Click update and you are good to go. This isn't really going to be a full walkthrough video. I'm just going to focus on the updates that we made for OneShot Loader. However, we do have a walkthrough video on our channel that goes through all of the functions of OneShot Loader, demonstrating it layering some shells with Monarch, and check that out if you want. And yeah, let's talk about some of these updates. First big update is going to be stacking. We now have A, B, C stacking for every channel on OneShot Loader. Banks A and B are going to be for your custom one-shots that you want to load in. Then bank C is going to be for the built-in one-shots. In the original version, the 6th channel over here on the right side was dedicated to the built-in samples, and then the other 5 were open for you to load in a single audio file into each channel. Now we can have up to 3 one-shots per channel. The A-B stacking was something that we introduced in our drum libraries, and I really wanted that to carry over into OneShot Loader. So now for the built-in one-shots, we have a couple more additions. The original version had 16 snares and 1 kick drum. We now have 21 snares and 7 kick drums. Same functionality as before. When you load one of the built-in samples, we have this little room variant selector here. So the top button is going to be a no room or a very, very low room option. Then we have a low room, mid room, and a loud room. So let's take a listen really quickly. And we have this available for all 6 channels on the new OneShot Loader. Below that, we have a volume knob, pan knob, and tune knob, just like before. The volume knob and the tune knob are going to be independent to the bank. So if you turn down the volume on just bank A, it's going to be individual to bank A, and same with the tune. And then the pan knob is going to be global. So this will pan the signal for this entire channel. Below that, we have a master volume knob. This is going to control the volume for the entire channel for all 3 samples you have loaded. Then we have a solo, mute, phase reverse button. The solo and mute is going to be another global function, so this will solo and mute the entire channel. Phase button is going to be independent for the banks. Then next to phase, we have envelopes. We have an envelope for every channel on OneShot Loader, and this is on by default. However, when the settings are at the default positions like this, all the way maxed out, it's not doing any work. You won't really hear anything until you start bringing down the sustain and release. Now, I'm skipping around a little bit. I'm going to open up another version of OneShot Loader where I have a few samples loaded. Back here at the top, this little speaker icon is going to allow you to preview whatever setup you have for that channel. So let's say you have a bunch of one-shots loaded in, you have some volume adjustments, tune, some envelope. You can come up here and click on this little speaker icon and hear all the work that you've done. Cool. Below that, we have, just like before, MIDI assignments, 2 MIDI note assignments per channel, and you can assign these to the same notes as well. So let's say in channels 1 and 2, those are your kicks. They can be assigned to the same note so that all of your kick samples are triggering just with 1 MIDI note. And then below that, we have routing. Again, nothing has really changed too much with the functionality of OneShot Loader. The key updates are that we now have ABC stacking. We have the built-in one-shots for all 6 channels. We have this little preview button, the master knob, and the envelopes. OneShot Loader does come with some audio files. We have 44.1 and 48 formats, and we have all of the audio files for the built-in kicks and snares available here. And what we've actually done now is we've included the direct and the ambient sample separately. If maybe these options for the room variants for the built-in samples just aren't quite cutting it for you, you can load in the direct and ambient samples separately on banks A and B and have individual control of that. So OneShot Loader now comes with a whole bunch of other effects samples as well. We have some effects kicks, effects snares. We have some tom one-shots, a couple sets of toms. We have some aux drums, tambourines, cowbells, some other percussive hits. We have some cymbals, and then we have some other random percussive samples as well. So yeah, the whole idea with that was just to have some additional production elements, some different textures, percussive samples, that kind of thing. And yeah, that's the OneShot Loader. Some pretty fun updates. Again, if you already have the OneShot Loader, just head over to Native Access and update, and you're all good to go. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. And that's all I got for you. Thanks a lot for watching.